Hello and welcome into the Section 109 podcast, here from Studio Breezy. On a day where my vibes are extraordinarily high, I am here with Sir Mix-a-Lot, Bobble Juan, Matthew is here, Toby's in theory here, we'll find out. Last time I thought he was here, he was outside. Jim is here, and Ellie is back.
Howdy.
Welcome back.
And we are here to talk about a couple fun games and breeze over a couple other ones. So before I get started, if you make some comments, some likes, some subscribes, it would make us happy. I have not gone back and compiled your drinking game questions from the last or drinking game comments from the last one. If you did not fill that out, please go listen to the last episode and maybe give us some ideas for a drinking game. Also, don't play that drinking game. I don't want you guys dying. But y'all, I'm going to start with Ellie. What are the vibes like? And I'm going to just say, I'm just going to skip the men's vibes. How's that? How are the women's vibes right now?
Electric. They're so good. I cannot speak highly enough about this women's team. They've looked so dominant. They've been like so energetic and want to engage with the fans and with the atmosphere. And it's just been like vibes are immaculate.
My new favorite thing is that, and this was a you thing, they now lead the Chattahoochee Lows. Such
So
a fucking
happy
good
for
idea,
it.
dude.
So happy for it. I keep seeing the videos on the games that I'm not there. And when they do come up on the games that I am there, it makes my whole year. The number of people I've had come up to me and be like, oh my God, that video of the women's players at the game, sick. Such a sick video. Did you plan that? I'm like, no, that wasn't me, but it was the greatest moment of my life. And,
So good.
Oh my gosh, greatest. Cannot speak highly enough.
So vibes level for you, immaculate. I agree with that. Immaculate is the thing. A 4-0 win in the South Region final will do that. Jim, how are your vibes for skipping over the men's team, just going to the women's team?
Oh, that couldn't be better. I didn't know. Well, you never know how the team is going to match up against teams from other conferences.
Same, yeah.
I mean, I knew nothing about the first team we played. I know a little bit more about the crew just because I just know the crew more than.
I'd never heard of them before.
Louisiana Crew?
I'd never heard of them. Maybe I'd heard of them, but I knew nothing about them, certainly.
And they knocked off Pensacola. And
how?
And I saw, so when we beat the Arlington team, and I watched the second game, and it was they scored, it went into extra time, and Louisiana scored pretty late in extra time, scored twice to win 3-1. But then I was like, well, this is a team that beat Pensacola, and I know
in the past,
they have a reputation for being very good. And this year, they were always number 1 or number 2 in whatever power rankings, whatever, maybe a few. So I really didn't know how we were going to line up. And then you knew about 5 minutes into the Louisiana match that this one's over. I mean, before we scored,
we had 2 in the first 19.
It was just patently obvious, and you can just kind of tell, with the first 5 or 10 minutes. The field was tilted, and when we scored the first one, I'm like, I'm not really worried about this. So they just played amazing, and so yeah, I can't be happier for the women's team.
Matthew, women's team vibes?
They're really good. They were dominant all weekend. I didn't get a chance to watch the semifinal because I was at a wedding, but. The text updates I was getting was very much like, this is classic amateur CFC. Extremely dominant, extremely good in possession, the field tilt, putting shots on target, just waiting for the dam to break. And obviously giving up a penalty early on, I think, I don't know about you guys, but it really like gave me some like decade-long whiplash of like, oh, okay, yeah, it's great to be amateur CFC dominant and deep into a playoffs and then do something kind of dumb.
Yeah, I thought
here we go again.
I thought this sitcom got canceled. Like,
yeah.
I didn't want to see this movie again.
But it turned out it didn't matter. We were...
Yeah, and like, they just, credit to them. They just put their heads down, got to work, and eventually got the break they needed, which turned out to be a penalty and a red card, and then they just off to the races. And
I will ask. I don't think I saw what caused the red card.
Oh my gosh, you need to go watch it. It is hilarious.
Well,
Volleyball?
the screen or like the feed I was watching gets so horrible.
You need to
during
watch
that
that.
time.
There are two feeds.
There are
for
two
that, Matt.
feeds, that's
you need
why.
to watch the good feed.
Okay, what did happen?
So watch me.
volleyball.
Watch me.
I love that.
The ball was this is between Matthew and I is the goal in that direction, and I'm the defender, and I go, no scoring. And it's a shot coming, and I go, no, and I block it out. And of course, it was a straight red card.
Love that.
Luis Suarez's sister apparently plays for the team.
Luis Suarez did that in the World Cup.
Of course he did.
He was correct to do so. By the
So
way.
if she did that in the 80th,
No, he wasn't. Just because it worked out. Jesus, stop.
if you do that,
No, it's awful.
if you do that, in
there
the
should be something. That goal should just been awarded.
buddy, he's already going to hell. It's fine.
I know.
If you do that in the 80th minute or after, it's defensible. It's cheating. It's bullshit. But like it's defensible.
It's a deserved red card and a penalty.
But
Yeah.
she did it in the 44th minute.
Yeah, that was very dumb.
Yeah.
And she just walks. I mean, I'm like, what? When I went back, I didn't know what happened initially, and I went back and watched it. I'm like, what are you?
So
What are you think? I mean, what are you thinking?
I saw it live. I did not watch the replay. But I was standing right there, and when she did it, I just looked around and obviously reacted very like loudly, like yay. And then I was so just dumbfounded. And when I haven't watched, because you guys have watched the replay, did she think it was going out of bounds and she thought she was saving it? Because like that's the
No.
only excuse. Otherwise, it's just like
No, it's just someone who wanted to stop playing.
No, I no. She just was like see ball, hit ball. I mean, I think it was just it had to have been just kind of a reaction.
An English announcer would call it a moment of madness.
Yeah. I mean, it was when I saw what had happened. I laughed for. I mean, it was.
I knew
roots were
and
crazy.
then Tilly went up and just took care of business. Yeah, it was just very clear. All right, Matthew, why don't we go to the start of that game and let's go through a little bit of kind of the timeline, who started, because there's a notable starter in this game that we need to talk about that we haven't talked about since our season preview.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. So one thing that comes with WPSL playoffs is that as the deeper into the season you get, you never know who's going to be available at any given time.
For example, no Kennedy Ball this weekend.
Yeah, no Kennedy
Yeah.
Ball this weekend, which is obviously a massive player
massive
for
loss.
us. But Amy Smith and Amy Neal stuck around. They
From
were
the
with us-
Nashville.
They were with us this weekend.
And we haven't talked about the Nashville game either. We just skipped straight to the playoffs. But we are
the
three
spoiler,
playoff.
spoiler alert: we beat Nashville for the first time since the reboot, and we advanced to the region playoffs.
It's 3 playoff wins in a row. Nashville, by the way, best team we've played
Yeah, by far, not close.
in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
even remotely close.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Amy Smith and Amy Neal were back. We saw the return of Reese.
Yes.
We heard she was on a pro trial and missed the Nashville game. She was back for this weekend. Big news there.
And very good. It is very nice to have Reese back. And her assist in the final to Hannah Tilly is chef's kiss. She just flicks it over the top. And then the volley just, I
Yeah.
mean, it's dirty.
Yeah. Abby Merrick was not with the group. She had started against Nashville at right back. She was not with the group. So Casey Vigil was the starter there. You had Maddie Smith in goal, Kaylee Smith at left back, Kaya Nada and Jordan Crockett as your center back pairing, which has been that way every
game but one.
all season that Jordan has played. It's 2 games, by the way.
I thought it was one.
Casey
Anyway,
Vigil at right back. You had Bella Valentine, maybe a surprise starter in the pivot.
disagree because after May got hurt, Bella came in and was great. And then my guess is May's still hurt. She did play in these games, but she didn't.
She didn't play nearly the minutes.
Right, exactly.
And so she didn't start this game.
I'm
She
guessing
starts,
on this
She
one.
starts the final.
Yeah, but I felt like watching that stream, and also you couldn't see shit on that screen stream for the final. I was there for the semifinal. I was not there for the final. I couldn't I couldn't tell, but I thought she got subbed out more often because in the previous games, her and Hannah Tillett,
Basically
aka Tilly, just
stayed.
played the whole game, basically.
So Bella Valentine, who has started a little bit at right back for us, has played in the pivot, has played as a 10 for us. We all know that central midfielders and right backs and outside backs in general are the same. Drink. So like that's not terribly surprising that she went in there. So it was Valentine and Tillett in the pivot. We saw Reese's return, but not as a striker for the first time this year. She actually played as the 10
For Kennedy
underneath, which also added an interesting layer of
2 forwards.
not what I was going to say, defensive ability to go win the ball and then start attacks after winning the ball. That was really cool. And then the player that Breezy is alluding to, Grace Ambrose.
Yep.
She has been registered the entire year in theory, but my understanding is they had some sort of like registration issues with her where like she could be on the team, but she couldn't play yet. Is my understanding. And that was early on in the season because maybe she got hurt at some point because I saw her at every single game and I like said hi, but she was with us the whole season.
Yeah, I think there was some...
And we need to confirm why.
She didn't have an official college season, and also like college soccer is kind of outside of the way club registrations work. So it's possible that she just never had her ITC, moved over from Nigeria. Is that where she was from? I forget. I should have looked that up.
It's been so long since our season preview. The last time we talked about her.
So I think there was something with an ITC going on that would have affected that. But anyway, like she got cleared in time to make this particular trip. She started straight away,
And I assume she's been practicing all season.
Fucking menace.
You could see that whole first part of the game. I was telling people in the stands, I was like, this is a problem for us a little bit. We're just aiming at her. We just kept kicking it long to her. Now, she did some magic and she was great. And in the second game, I felt like we were much more balanced. And in the second half. But that first half, you could hear the girls yelling, Grace! And then they just kept kicking it long to her, which just showed you the like faith that they had in her.
She is a level of an athlete that we really haven't seen much of.
Yeah.
But she also wasn't going over the top always. She would come short and pick it up and dribble. She would go over the top. She would cut middle. Like she was not like, if you remember a couple of years ago, we played Pensacola, who had the girl that I believe was a Nigerian national team player. She was definitely a national team player. Pretty sure it was Nigeria. And Pensacola beat us 6-2 in the South Region semifinal. And she had 4 goals, I think. And they just kicked it long to her and nobody could catch her. She had a wonderful touch. She was extremely technical. But as soon as she started running, like we couldn't catch her. And this girl played for them in the Olympics and in World Cup qualifying and like really good player. This is not that same type of play though. We played it into her on the ground and in the air. We played over the top some, but we also played short. Like we played good soccer. We didn't just play long ball.
If you remember from the preview and her signing announcement, the technical staff called her a really important pro prospect because she's like what 16, 17. Like she's not like a fully formed adult yet. That's still a player in development. So it was really good to see her on the field. She goes straight into the starting lineup. She was crazy impactful in both games. And I mean, shoot, she's got an assist for Anik for the 3rd goal against Arlington Blue.
And Zuma continued to be a menace for both of those games.
She's I don't want to say she's come out of nowhere, but man, I've been really, really happy with her the past couple of matches.
I agree. I think we saw at the beginning of the season, like we saw flashes, but it was never a complete game, nothing close to that. And that's why she didn't start very much, right? She would occasionally start with a lot of sub minutes. These couple games, she was just one of the best 2 or 3 players on the field at all times.
And she had a pretty big miss early in the semifinal. I think it was a header. It's an open header, and she missed it. And I'm like, and then it was just dominance from there on out.
Yes. No, she really put it all together for both of those games.
Yeah.
And this is a thing that we saw in the NPSL a lot, where we would start the season muddying our way through results. Like we were talented enough to get them. And then as the season went on, it was a good group of players. Bill was a very good coach. And little by little, we would get better and better. If you guys remember beating Nashville like 2-1 early in the season and then 6-1 in the playoffs. Like in the playoffs, they should be better, right? They weren't. We were better. Mm-hmm. And I think you see that with Juan's team here, who is a heir of Bill Elliott in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
This team has continued to get better. I think we played our best games and we continue to play our best games as we've gone on.
Well, we're just not we're a completely different animal with Zuma playing well with Grace and then we can drop Brees into the midfield. If Cal, who maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but if Cal is scouting us, they've not seen us. I mean, they've seen us 2 games.
Yes, but the other thing is, and I agree with all you're saying. But I want to add too. Like, we were missing Kennedy Ball, who's arguably our best player, and we didn't miss a beat. I think some of that, of course, is like just the team gelling and playing well together, and then some of that is like we have a much deeper, more talented squad, and I think that we had smart roster building. We built an older squad. Some of these girls are out of college now, and these other teams are losing players. There's no need to tiptoe around it. Like, some of them have lost their D1 prospects. Like, we lost Kennedy. Like, those girls or guys in amateur soccer have to go home at a certain point, and we've lost some players, but they built.
You'll notice
a talented squad.
No one from UTC was with the group this weekend. Kennedy wasn't with Arkansas.
Wasn't with us, you mean?
Correct. Yeah, wasn't with us.
Presumably, was with Arkansas.
Another D1 player.
Forgot to bring you the water. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Poured him a cup of water and didn't bring it to him.
I look at this, and I see one D1 player that still has eligibility. Maybe two. But anyway, so I guess my point is, the one more thing I want to point out about the 2 games this weekend with the women's team is it wasn't just some older players, some out of college players getting the job done in the travel squad this weekend. You've also got in both of these games Hannah Helms, Riley Ramey, Chloe Reeves, Regina Campa. Those are 4 players, like 4 academy players, basically. Now, I'm not looking at birth dates in college or high school graduation years, so maybe 1 or 2 of them or 3 of them are out of high school, but they're all like right in that range of academy players that are local, that are here, that are training, that are using the opportunities to be exposed to a higher level of play to get a little bit better, and in this case,
contribute.
I mean, you've got an academy player in Regina Campa scoring the 4th goal against Louisiana Crew.
You have Brady Livingston.
She might be the youngest player in women's team history to score a goal for the team. And I think I'm confident of saying that for the reboot portion.
Oh, yeah.
Women's statistics get a little bit hairy. 2018 and pre. We're working on that. So like that's a huge deal. Brady Livingston has an assist this year.
Who's now like a freshman in college or whatever.
Yeah, and has been on this team for like 3-4 years.
Right, but like that's an academy player that you see we've saw come through the whole reboot and play more and more and more meaningful minutes. Before a few weeks ago when we got an influx of a couple more players, like she was in a lot of ways. Also, is Annalisa Vincent gone? I don't think I saw her play. She's our backup striker or our 3rd string like forward, and like Brady's played. That's a big move. Like she went from like playing 5 minutes at the end of games to like playing meaningful minutes and doing meaningful things. That's cool for Chattanooga.
Yeah, you've got Regina Campa with a goal this weekend. I was putting together some stats for the group from previous games. Also, if any of you were at Atlanta Fire United this year, we don't have any video from that game, and so I'm in desperate need of tidbits of information like who assisted the goals. That's just a side point. But I was going through and like the game tying goal at Georgia Impact to rescue a draw. Right, that's Kennedy Ball's goal. It's Chloe Reeves, an academy player, on the assist. Like there were more than just like piecemeal contributions. Like there was some real stuff this year, and that's just fantastic.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's been a massive team effort. They've really deserved this opportunity. The WPSL Southeast is unbelievable as a conference, and they're taking their opportunity and they're running with it. And now they get a chance. We're just going to pivot now. Now they get a chance on Friday night to play probably the premier team in the WPSL, California Storm,
who won the title
defending
defenders
champions.
And Maddie Smith's former team last year.
Yeah.
Oh, and the announcer kept flipping the score. So he was like, "Oh, and Cal Storm's down 1-0." And
They were
he was
not.
like, "Oh, they're down 2-0." And I'm like, "Oh, I like this. I like it. I mean, if we have to play, or because at that time he was also saying we'd have to play Connecticut, but I was happy to see Cal was not going to be in the 4, and then
Turns out they were winning 2-0.
turns out they're winning 2-0. So
That announcer, I just kept laughing. I kept being like, yes, let's talk about selling the barn that they're playing right by on Zillow right now instead of the game that's happening right in front of you. Like, dude.
yeah.
So anyway, if there's any possible way
I
you
had
can make it to Oklahoma,
I had
you
it
should,
muted for a reason.
you should
What?
try to make it to Oklahoma.
I had it muted for a reason.
Did you?
Yeah, you got to figure out how to get to Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's only 14 hours.
12.
12?
Got to do it.
Okay.
It's a potential national final.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. I have something that morning.
I currently have a plan to get there and no plan on how to get home.
Well, you can always get, they have interstates, so you can rent a car.
Or a Greyhound bus.
Or, I'd rent a car, man.
Have you seen how he drives? Take the Greyhound.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. That's a Friday after final whistle problem.
So the vibes are immaculate. I want to say this: whatever happens on Friday, whatever happens, and hopefully it's a win and we're going to a final. But whatever happens on Friday, this season is a massive, massive, smashing success.
Yeah.
This was
Full
a
stop.
return to where we should be,
Yeah.
where we want to be.
This is not a return to where we should be. This team has set a new standard
Yeah,
for CFC
yeah.
women's soccer.
Yes.
And is where we should be, but we have not gotten there until this point, and this group of girls and this particular team, technical staff, roster, everything. This is like, we've finally gotten there.
I have two rebuttals to that. Number one, I meant as a club.
Okay.
For the men carried the standard forever in the amateur ranks. We're in the pro ranks. We're definitely still figuring it out, right? But this club is used to winning a lot of silverware and competing for national titles. Not necessarily winning them. Fuck me.
Not necessarily. I mean, not at all, right?
Fuck you. But competing for them. And this is a return to that for the club, first of all. Second of all, that 2018 team lost to the eventual champions.
Yeah.
Or the eventual runners-up. So, like, if you lose to the eventual runners-up in the... Like, if you lose in the South region, if we had lost to the Crew the other night, this would still be a smashing success of a season.
Correct.
Making it to the final 8. And if we lost in the final 16 in 2018, and we were plenty good enough to be in that, and so I don't want to leave that team out. Like, this team has had a run and been really good, and then a lot of years of not being as competitive as we like them to be. So this is a return club wise to where we absolutely want to be.
First Final Four
Don't say it.
since 2016.
Is there any wood
Amateur
that
soccer,
you
like,
can
not
knock
the-
on?
What?
Do you have any wood to knock on or anything like that? Like, get rid of the karma or the yeah.
No, you get
Gonna
rid of karma.
say,
You get
don't
rid of
jinx
karma on the
it.
field.
Don't jinx it.
You get it on the field.
We're going to the final 4, and that's all that matters. All right,
It's house money now.
it is house money now. Let's go win a title. Let's put a star on so it makes him really mad.
Yeah, correct.
Star on the women's crest, not on the men's crest.
Correct.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
No stars.
Be fantastic.
No. We don't need to go down this path.
Oh no.
Just stars do not belong on club crests. That's I'll just leave
They
it.
If-
do,
if
and I
anyone
can't
in the-
wait to get one.
If anyone in the front office is listening, whether we win a title or not, just to make Jim mad, I think we should try a little crest modification and put a star for every single letter in Chattanooga FC, just to piss Jim off.
Oh man.
That
That South American team? It's got all. It's got like. They've got like
Brazil has
15
Brazil has
stars.
5 of them.
No, this is a club team.
Oh.
and they've got like 15 stars, and it's like.
Don't they have like 15 Libertadores titles though?
I don't know. I don't care.
So the way they do it in Italy is
care.
for every 10 league championships, you
I
get a
don't
star.
care.
I love this is me. I'm pushing this button for sure.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the men.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you have to go back to at our last podcast point. We were 4 without a win. We were hosting Chicago on the weekend.
We've improved that. Now we're 6.
Yay!
Here's the
We're on
thing.
quite this.
Yes, we did not win either of those games. But I thought Chicago was a really good performance.
It was.
And I thought Philly was almost a really good performance. And it would have been.
It was good for 30 minutes.
It was unbelievable for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And look, that's part of it. Like we're like, I'm not going to say we're turning a corner because we haven't gotten the wins yet. But I don't feel the same way in this stretch that I did in the previous one last year.
Oh, yeah. That's fair.
Because like the drop off, like we went to Chicago. So our last win before the big swoon, which was also 6 games, last year was the New England Revolution game at home. We were played off the park, and then they committed a stupid second yellow card. We go up a man, it changes the game. We get a bicycle kick, we win the game 1-0. We go to Chicago the next weekend. Fairly even game overall, 1-1. We go to Orlando and commit one of the most fun smash and grabs for 2 points ever.
Yeah.
Despite having no business getting any points in that game.
Yeah.
And then it began. The loss to Carolina Core at home, where we were bad.
Why does he want to relive this right now?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
The break in the
She's
season.
just showing off.
Apparently.
We were okay against Crown Legacy. We weren't bad. But lost there. Got our ass kicked by Philly when we had an opportunity to probably be up like 3-1 at halftime.
Yeah, when we got a red card, so.
Yeah, and things happened before that too. And then we were just bad against Carolina Core on the road. And that kind of that stretch was where like, oh, we really have some problems here.
Yep.
During this stretch, I haven't necessarily felt that way. And I think that's because we've leveled up the group. I think when things don't go well, there's the halftime adjustment that just like does good shit, which is really nice. Against Chicago, we gave up one really good chance and they scored it. And then we had 5 big chances and either hit the bar, was saved, missed the target, whatever it was. But like the chance creation was really, really good in a way that it necessarily hasn't been earlier in the season. So like we're doing that stupid everyone start drinking, reverting to the mean situation. But the chance creation was there. Philadelphia Union on the road is an incredibly difficult game. They are one of the 2 best teams in the league. They went to they represented the Eastern Conference last year in the final. It's a lot of the same group. Those players often grow up playing this type of soccer for several years and together.
And they just have
their academy is
difference maker.
the best in the country.
Well, they've got one guy who's nobody else in the league can. I mean, I know soccer's a team sport. They're 11 on the pitch, but he just makes things different.
And Kevin Sullivan's good, but like he's not the only probable future first national team player.
But
Like,
he was the difference.
That
He was
center
the
back
difference,
center back's also real good.
Yeah.
That's part of it. And I thought both times this year when we had them at home and we drew, and then when we had them on the road and we drew, I've really thought we've been right on the cusp of breaking through and pushing through to another level.
Well, I'm gonna push back a little bit. The first game we played 90 minutes. Still may be the best game we played all year.
It was ridiculously good.
This game we were nowhere in the first half. I mean, the first half was awful.
Chasing shadows.
And I don't know what the coaching staff did to them. I don't need to know what they did to them in the locker room at halftime. But I think I tweeted out like 5 minutes into the second half. I'm like, we're better now than we were at any point in the first half, and that lasted for, like we said, about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So 30
like-
minutes of that, yes. But
But at this point last year, what I'm saying is the ability to get to that point and then be really, really good didn't really exist against the good teams.
no, you're
So
yeah,
now,
that's true.
the
That's fair.
challenge is at 6 winless, coming into a stretch where you have 3 straight home games. You've got Miami, who we know who they are. They could be unbelievably shit or unbelievable on any given day.
Enter the Gattuso. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. GIF.
You've got, I think you've got Toronto coming back.
Yeah, Crown. It's
Crown in Toronto?
Enter Crown in Toronto.
Like these are really good opportunities
We need 7 points.
for us. And I'll say 2 wins. I'll say 2 wins. 2 wins, and I don't care what happens in the third.
Okay.
Because if like getting points, winning a shootout would be nice, but like getting points and accumulating that way is nice, but getting the wins because it's the first tiebreaker is so much more important. It's why being on 8 wins right now is so much more valuable really than our position in the table at 31 points. Like we still need to pick up like 14 points in the next, how many games are left? 13?
Enough.
Maybe 12? Whatever it is.
I would argue not enough.
11.
That's fair. That's
11.
fair.
11.
Okay. So 14 points in 11 games, that would put us on 45. That should, with more than 10 wins, be enough. So, like this is a big opportunity. Now we saw a couple guys not in the picture on the weekend at Philly. Pierre Palma wasn't there. Jesus wasn't there. Who else didn't travel? I feel like there was someone else. We played a back 3 with Ethan coming back in the starting lineup. There was no Logan Brown on the bench, which, by the way, I think mattered at the end of the game. It looked to me like Nathan came out with an injury.
He did. He pulled up lame. And then
And
they made him go
and
off.
I can't-
They made him go off for 2 minutes, and then he stood there and warmed up for a minute, and then Rob Screen came in for him.
And I can't imagine he was on the field though at the time of the second goal. It's his man that heads the ball in.
Yeah, he could. I don't know if
To
he
me,
was
it
hurt or
looked
not.
like
But
he could not
yeah, initially I was like, God, you got to defend that because all he does is really put a hand
just
in
to
the
put a
back.
hand out.
But he may not have been. I mean, he may not have been able to.
You can't tell me that Nathan doesn't kill that person.
Yeah, yeah. I was.
And then there's a Nathan-sized hole because we have to switch to a back 4 when Rob comes on because there's
And
no
God
other center
bless
back.
Rob. He is our Swiss Army knife. But I mean, it's just that there was a period of time where we just were not organized. We didn't know what I almost say we didn't.
That injury changes the game.
Yeah.
It changes the game, and that's really unfortunate with a 3-1 lead late that you give up 2, and now you lose the shootout, and you only take 1 point when you should have been taking 3 points.
Yep.
That'd have been a massive 3 points for us.
Oh, huge.
But that's a long season, and that's life. And
Well, 2 draws against Philly.
They gotta
is
figure it
not
out
a
now.
bad. I mean, I'd take that. I would have taken that. At the
I would have
beginning
taken
of the
1 point at the start of the game if you had said you don't have to play,
Hell
you
yeah,
only get 1
would've.
point.
Yeah.
Sold.
year. Yeah.
So like, let's put this in perspective a little bit, even though it hurts. Even though during the watch party I said at 2-1, this really sucks. I have hope. And then at 3-1, this sucks even worse because now I have belief.
Well, yeah, I had belief. Yeah.
But that's part of it.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
That 2-goal lead is the.
I just promise you, whatever you felt, it was worse being there.
Always is.
Oh, I imagine.
It always is.
Always is.
It literally always is.
So on that note, come to Oklahoma so you can feel pain in person.
Oh, Matthew.
Cries.
Well,
internally.
I think overall, we did a pretty good job of summing up the vibes and the actual happenings
Yeah.
of the last 2 games for the men and the vibes and the happenings for the last 3 games for the women.
5 games in 40 minutes? Like 35 minutes? You had to be kidding me.
That's pretty good. Do y'all have anything left to add before we let the folks get on with their days?
Well, you're taking a trip, so like there's a little bit of housekeeping going on here.
We will be out of pocket for a little bit. I am going to take an emergency group of kids to a summer camp that their leader / chaperone unfortunately had a family emergency and had to withdraw. So I'll be gone for the next 3 weeks. That's also why I couldn't make the women's final on Sunday. I already had tickets to the men, but I was going to pivot, but I couldn't get back in time for Monday. So yeah, we may have a banked episode come out during that period, but other than that, unfortunately, we'll be out for a couple weeks. I'm not even gone for 3 weeks. Sorry, I'm gone for like 2.5 weeks.
We have a new signing.
We do have a new
yeah.
signing. Yeah. Well done. Let's talk about that.
Welcome to the club, Xavier Rimple.
Thank you for that reminder. I forgot.
I will note that
He was on the bench.
he pronounces his name differently than the school that I attended college. I will not hold that against him. Originally from Toronto area.
How dare you?
Toronto.
It's his name, not the school. I'm going to call Xavier from now on the school.
It's not. I will get mad at you. Anyway, he's originally from
Xavier.
Toronto, but I think he's got both the Canadian and the U.S. flags, and he's got a Florida base of operations as well. He went to Temple all 4 years.
Go Owls.
Temple University in the A10. Played the last couple of summers, including this one, for a PDL team in Florida, Kingshammer Sun City, if I remember correctly. Great addition. The club calls him a wide forward. He looks to be pretty athletic. He's also a great addition to the hair squad.
Yeah.
And truly, that's the important thing.
He also looks to be a dribbly winger from his highlights, which
A dribbly winger.
sign me up.
I want to point out to you.
Dribbly winger.
I want to point out to you that I believe the term that we like to use here is wide forward.
I said what I said.
Get it right.
And a dribbly winger.
I think I
So,
like that better. Yeah.
We didn't see him. We didn't see him on Sunday in Philly, but he did make the trip. So
He was on the bench.
be on the lookout
Yeah.
for his debut coming in the next few weeks.
Signed all the forwards.
Yeah, with our injury record right now. Did you have something to say?
No.
I felt like you were about to say something a second ago. Listeners,
okay.
viewers, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Ellie, welcome back. We've missed you. Jim and Matthew, thank you for joining, as always. And Sir Mix-a-Lot, you can see the people here in a couple weeks. Catch up with you guys soon. Peace.